Good afternoon, my lovelies. How are you? Hey, listen. So I'm excited because I don't get to do a lot of content in these last couple of weeks. I have some personal endeavors that I'm working on, and it requires so much focus. And all my spiritual stuff is just for me right now. But someone came to me, someone lovely, came to me with a dilemma, and they said, I'm having a hard time with something. And I'm like, what is it? Well, the person says they were having a difficult time with understanding how it is that they can keep a positive attitude and be positive about matters in life and situations, and at the same time be practical when being practical for them, or for any of us, includes the awareness of what our reality really entails. And sometimes that reality doesn't match up with our desires. And so we want to stay positive in the face of a reality that doesn't necessarily match up with what we're hoping for. And so how do I maintain positivity and a high vibe in spite of the fact that I'm not seeing the materialization of what I am hoping for? And how do I not lower my vibration, right? How do I stay away from being negative about situations that are really not serving me well or are not pleasant? So I thought that was really, really interesting for this person to ask me, because that was an indication of awareness, right? Ultimate awareness about the way one thinks. That's an indication that this person was at least mindful of their thoughts and their feelings, and they reached out for some guidance with, how do I do this, master? Well, my advice is that, it's the thing of looking at the glass half full or half empty. It's about which perspective are you going to choose to hold, period, point blank. Are you going to choose to hold on to the perspective of the glass? Oh, wow, this poor old glass is only half full. I only have 4 ounces of water. I need 8 ounces of water. I don't know what I'm going to do without 8 ounces of water. I don't know how I'm going to manage with this 4 ounces. 4 ounces is just not enough. Or you can take that same individual and you can choose to look at that glass again and say, oh, I got 4 ounces. I'm 4 ounces closer to 8. Oh, I'm getting closer to 8 ounces of water. When I get that 8 ounces of water, then I can go water this plant. I can, go over here and cook these eggs. Oh, that's 4 ounces of water. Okay, we got 4 ounces. So what can we do with that until the 8 ounces accumulates? You see the difference? It's the same glass of freaking water, but it's a different perspective. You hold the perspective. You choose which perspective you want to hold attention to. And if you choose the lower frequency, the lower vibration, you choose the thing that presents emotions of conflict or senses of loss and despair. If you choose to look at that glass at what is not serving you well, what you want, what you're lacking, then you're going to lower your vibration. But if you choose to look at the glass and you say, hey, you look at the perspective, you look at the situation, well, you know what? This person is not so dependable. So just in case, they don't come through, because they might have a lot going on, I'm going to plan for, the scenario to be where I have a backup plan. So if Schmo Joe doesn't come through, everything will be well, because Mary Jane has got me covered just in case. So everything is going to be well, versus worrying about, oh my goodness, Joe Schmo is always effing up. Oh my goodness, Joe Schmo, I can't count on him. What if Joe Schmo doesn't get here in time? What if Joe Schmo, right? Instead of doing that, Well, you know what? Joe Schmo might have a little bit of a difficult time sometimes. Keeping it high, keeping the vibration high. You don't even want to go low about Joe Schmo and this shit. You don't even want to think too lowly of Joe Schmo because that drops your frequency. So you just want to give Joe Schmo some grace. Like Joe Schmo goes through a lot. So just in case he's going through something, I got a little backup plan. That's not saying that you're being negative about Joe Schmo. You're being supportive, actually, because you don't want to have to snap off on Joe Schmo because you had some expectations that you didn't prepare for the just in case. So now you're looking out for Joe Schmo, because Joe Schmo, I'd hate to have to bash your head upside the wall because you didn't come through. So I'm going to mitigate for that. And I'm going to give you some grace. Joe Schmo, I know you're trying your best, but you might fall through. So Mary Jane is going to fill in for you if you have some difficulty. And all is well. Nice frequency, right? To keep it higher versus lower. So that's my little quickie. That's my little quickie lesson on how to keep your vibration high in spite of what you are seeing on this third dimension and the illusion. How to hold to your truth, the higher truth of what you know in spite of what it looks like. Love you much. It is Althea, your magical minister. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment if you would, and come back and do the same again. Okay? Love you much. Be blessed.